This is Jackie Lyon, and this is the Lyon Legacy Health Hour. 18 years ago, Lew and I started this company. We noticed so many God-fearing, wonderful Christian people that were unhealthily, weak, and sick. In the service of God, every person has their unique area of service, and we feel God called us to be focused on health care. Our products are effective that you probably can't get anyplace else. Over the 18 years, we have had testimony after testimony of people telling us the magnets help them when nothing else would. The Lyon Legacy Health Hour is to communicate to you the message of health via properly designed therapeutic magnets and Chinese formulated food supplements. Call us for a free catalog at 800-778-5731. We'll give the number again in about 10 minutes. Lew did the show for many years, and we have an archive of amazing callers. So, here is Lew and his callers.
Good evening, you're on the air.
Hi, Lew. This is Frank from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Frank.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, too. I was listening to the gentleman that just called last caller. I'm sorry he's going through that. It's just a shame. I mean, it's a lot of ailments.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I was wanted to say to you, every once in a while I get like anxiety attacks and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering what was causing it, but I'm not too sure. But I don't know. But anyway, I know I got your skull cap, and I tell you, when I put that thing on, it's like they're gone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're gone.
I know.
Like Zippo. Gone. And it's amazing how it works. But I mean, I have the Gold Series mattress pad as well, and that seems to really help. And the magnetic water, I drink a lot of that. I know that I feel a lot better than I used to. And anyway, I was just I was going to ask you something. I forget what I wanted to ask you now, but basically, oh yeah, I wanted to tell you something. Basically, there's this guy I was at work where I work at, and I had a skull cap on at work. He's like, "Hey, that's a pretty weird-looking hat you got."
Yeah.
It looks sort of goofy, but I mean, I said, I was trying to explain to him about. He has migraines. This guy, he gets migraines really bad. I said, I think you might want to try this. So I gave him your 1-800 number to get a catalog and stuff. I don't know if he's going to call or not, but I was trying to explain a few things to him about it. About how it works, about what magnets do, the North Pole energies do as far as cleaning your body out of, from toxins and better blood and oxygen delivery and all that, and to the area. And he's like, well, that's pretty interesting. I'll have to, follow up on that, but I don't know if you will. But cause I was telling him about that story you were saying about that one time. You said about the dog, that guy he had a dog or whatever, and he got bit by a rattlesnake.
Yep.
And he put that Neomax on its nose.
On his temple, yeah.
On his temple, rather.
I mean, right between his eyes, on his forehead is where it was.
I said on his head or wherever he got bit. I said nose, I think. And a couple hours later, the dog was fine. And he's like, wow, I never heard of that.
Well, neither had I until I heard that story.
But that's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing, something so simple as magnetic therapy,
Well, what really blew me away is when I told Dr. Philpott about that on the phone.
Yeah.
And I thought, boy, this is going to blow him away. He probably never heard this one before. And he just laughed at me. He said, oh, I've seen that happen with people a lot of times. Isn't it too bad?
Is that right?
That everybody doesn't know about it.
Yeah, he has a website I was on his website a couple nights ago. And he has products, but not like you have. I mean, not the variety and stuff.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, I believe that because, I mean, venom is a toxin.
Yep, it's very acidic.
Very acidic, that's correct.
And when you neutralize the acid, it kills the venom.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I was explaining to this gentleman at work that, what magnets will do with people who have, it lowers your pH to 7.2 alkaline base. And he's like, well, everything I was saying, I mean, he was like saying, well, that makes sense, I mean, he's just not very educated in
Well, you just tell him one thing for me, right?
What's that?
I probably got about 6,000 people out there right now that used to have migraines.
Yeah. My mother, she gets migraines every once in a great while. And I've been trying to get her, when she gets them, to borrow my skull cap. I don't mind. I don't mind she's my mother.
Uh-huh.
But she's just like real skeptical. And I'll let her borrow my Neomax, but she still has a Neomax because she had a abscessed tooth a few months ago. And she was complaining, well, she said she put it on there, and she said, it hurts more than what it does when it's not on there. I said, well, that's because you got to leave it on, Mom.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't just expect to put it on, for 5 minutes and expect the pain just to go away immediately.
Nope.
But sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does, but sometimes it takes a while, and quite often, with something like an abscess, because you're trying to release the pressure, you will get more pain, but that doesn't last very long.
Well, from my understanding, from the information that's in your booklet and other information, and those who've done research on magnetic therapy, if it does increase blood and oxygen flow to the particular area, then you're going to have an increase of blood of a certain amount of pressure there.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what I try to explain to her, and she's like, well, yeah, I know, but
Oh, I know how people are, all right.
And I tell you what sold me on this was the fact that last year, I don't know if you remember, but I had really bad knees. I don't know if you may not remember this, so I called you before about this, but I had your knee tube, the Jasper. Okay, the old knee tube.
Yep.
And I bought that, and my kneecaps were swollen about the size of softballs. And I couldn't even bend for like 2 months. I was off work for like a whole week, and it was excruciating for me just to even get up and move around. And I put that knee tube on as soon as I got it from you, and within about 3 hours, the swelling went down, and the one knee, because I could only put it on one knee at a time, and I put it on the other knee, and it did the same thing. So, in a matter of about, I don't know, maybe about 3 weeks, I was able to bend again on my knees, just with that low powered knee tube I have, and it's amazing. I mean, just that, and then that's why I got the magnetic mattress pad, because I still had it in other areas of my body. I had some type of virus or something that was affecting my joints, and that was what I originally had purchased, the brick and the mattress pad, and then I later got the skull cap. But yeah, it definitely works. It's amazing, because I know that the money I was spending for doctor visits, and they did all these tests and stuff, and they couldn't figure out what it was that was wrong with me. They just basically were grasping straws and say, well, it's this, or it could be this, but they didn't know for sure.
I know.
And I don't have a whole lot of money, just like most people. We're just hard-working people trying to get by.
Yeah, I talked to a guy tonight on the 6 o'clock show, and they had cleaned him out.
Yeah,
he said the doctors were great till he ran out of money.
Oh yeah, you're fine and dandy as long as you have enough money to go around.
Yeah, and as soon as they found out he was down and out of money, then it was goodbye, Charlie.
Yeah.
And but he got on magnetics, and it's helping him too. But it's a money game. That's all the heck most of these guys are. And we'll try this. If that doesn't work, we'll try something else. They still don't know what causes fibromyalgia. They have no idea. And they don't know how to treat it either.
I never even heard of that until I started listening to your broadcast. I didn't even know what fibromyalgia was. But
in 1973 was the first time they ever saw that, and they still haven't figured out what causes it or anything else.
What exactly is it again? Fibromyalgia?
Well, they get pain everywhere. They are in real agony.
Is it like arthritis? Or?
Oh, no. It's not. And it's, I don't know what it is.
Sorry to have to interrupt the great conversation, but our time is up. For a free catalog, give us a call at 800-778-5731. The local number is 608-526-2178. Our website is lionlegacy.com. That is L-Y as in yellow, O-N, Legacy.com. And the numbers again are 800-778-5731 or our local number is 608-526-2178.